What minus? Minus 2 times 3 minus what? 6. These two must provide plus 6. Then this one has gotten
1.
Then what will it be now? It remains
5.
5. So here is plus 5. The name of this compound is what? Sodium trioxochlorate 5. Okay. Today we'll take a look at some of the cheats, an easy way to solve some JAMB question and save your time in the hall and go straight forward to the answer, especially for calculations. We will go with this first question, which says, according to the equation you see on the screen, that is 2 moles of sodium reacted with 2 moles of water to give you 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. Okay, the question is, from the equation above, calculate the mass of sodium hydroxide produced by 2.3 grams of sodium. By 2.3 grams of sodium. Simply find the stoichiometry, sodium and sodium hydroxide. That's what they are asking us, which means we have 2 moles of sodium will give us 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. It means that their moles are equal. Then the mass of sodium hydroxide, the mass of sodium that was given is 2.3. That's the mass. But the molar mass of sodium is 23. It is obvious, everybody should know that 2.3 divided by 23 should be exactly 0.1. So it shows that the same mole here, the mole of sodium provided is 0.1, which will also take 0.1. Then your work is just to find out the mass of 0.1 mole of sodium. Since it's 2:2, it means 0.1 is also to 0.1. So 0.1 mole of sodium hydroxide is equal to 40. 0.1 times 40. You don't even need to press your calculator. In this case, if you have a point here, how many characters after the point? You have 1. 1 character after the point. Then you come here and move the point only one place. Bam. And it becomes automatically 4. So 0.1 times 40 is equal to what? 4. Look at what I mean. Assuming the question says 0.01 times 40. How many characters here? You find out there are 2 characters, 1, 2. Then you just count now, move this point here, because every number ends with a point. You move the point 2 places behind that. 1, 2. Put the point here. So your answer should be 0.40. So according to this equation, our answer is what? 4 grams, which is option C. So if you are in the exam, you see this type of question, you don't need to go and waste time. Since you know that 2.3 grams of sodium is equal to 0.1 mole, you times 0.1 by 40 and you get your 4. That is option C says 4.0. A says 0.4, B says 8.8, okay, 0.8, D says 8.0. That's another cheat. We go down to the next question to see how the cheat works. And another special condition here, please. Assuming it is 0.02 times, let's say, 30. It is just how many characters are here? We need to move it 2 places behind. What will it be now? 1, 2 becomes what? 0.3 what? 0. In this case, the 2 is still remaining. So remember, the movement of the point cancels this 0.4, 2 remains. So times this 2 that is still here. In this case is 1. That's why I didn't times it. So this becomes 0.60. So 0.02 times 30 is 0.60. Without wasting much time. Then another question is question 4, the same year, 2008, 16.8 grams. They asked us if 16.8 grams of sodium hydrogen triacylcarbonate 4 NaCO3 is completely decomposed by heat. Calculate the volume of carbon 4 oxide given off at STP. So on heating, if you heat this, that's on the composition, it will give you sodium triacylcarbonate 4 plus water plus what? CO2, right? Should be talking, right?
Yeah.
So we have balanced the equation immediately. 2 here, you put 2 here. That balances the equation. Then find the species that are related. They are relating this hydrogen carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate together with carbon 4 oxide. Just like we did before, you bring their ratios down immediately. What will it be? 2 moles of sodium hydrogen triacylcarbonate 4 will give us what? 1 mole of what? CO2. Then this was given in mass. The molar mass of this is right for a student to memorize the molar masses of most compounds. Sodium hydrogen sulfur should be 84, but by 2 will give you 168 grams. So it shows that the molar mass of this is 84, but because of 2 moles, 168 grams. 1 mole of any gas at STP is automatically 22.4 dm³. Then the mass given to you is 16.8 will give you X. Don't even go multiply using your calculator. If 168 grams gives you 22.4 dm³, 16.8, simple, watch this. There is a point here, and this point was moved just one place. If you move it here, you get 16.8. Then you just come here and move the point here again. The answer becomes 2.24. Simple. You don't need to go and press your calculator, wasting much time. If you set it this way, 168 gave you 22.4 dm³. 16.8, they just shifted this point here. So you come here and shift the point the same direction. So at the end, you find out that the answer is 2.24. So it also means that, let's assume after everything you have, are you getting this? You have 168 gave you 22.4, and now have what will 1.68 give class? What will we give? This point was shifted how many places? 1, 2. So you also come here and shift the point. 22.4 becomes 1, 2. So the answer becomes 0.224. So these are the cheats you need in your exams to avoid wasting time. If the point was shifted forward, you also shift it forward 1 places. And with this, you can get your answer straight. So from the question, we can find out that the answer is 2.24. Then we get down to the next question, which is talking about gas law. 300 cm³ of a gas has a pressure of 800. So we take note of our V1 and V2. So our first volume, according to that question, V1 is equal to 300 cm³. Then first pressure, 800 cm³. The question says 300 cm³ of a gas has a pressure of 800 mm². If the pressure is reduced to 650 mm², find its volume. So the P2 was given as what? 650 mm². 800 meters. Then look at the option. V2 is what? Then the option help you to choose the answer without solving. Option B says 369.23 cm³. C says 738.46. D says 1733.36 cm³. All cm³. Then watch this. This is based on Boyle's law, right? Yes. And Boyle's law is telling us that the volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to the what? Pressure. If you know this law, you don't even need to waste time to solve this, and watch this option. What this law is saying that if volume increase, pressure will decrease. And if pressure increase, volume will decrease. In the other way around, pressure decreases means that volume will also increase. Watch this. The first volume, V1, is 300. Against the first pressure, 800. Then P2 became 650. It shows that pressure has reduced from 800 to what? It shows that now the second volume must be above 300. That's the law. The second volume must be above 300 because the law says that volume and pressure are inversely what? Proportional. So from this, if our P1 is 800, when V1 is 300, if pressure decreases to 650, volume must be above 300. Then watch this option. A can never be the option because A is below what? 300. Then we have B, C, and D that are all above 300. Then you check the rate at which the pressure is reduced. This is just 150 difference. So increase in volume will be within that range of 80 to 100 or so. Then if you watch option C, it multiplies the volume even more than 2. 300 times 2 should be 600, but this is 700. So the volume will not reach up to this because the pressure will not decrease to half. The pressure was just reduced a bit. So watch, this is too far. So when looking at this, B is the correct answer. That's the only close volume. Even if you solve, you find it. That's the answer. But let's solve. But this is the cheat I'm teaching you. If you are lucky that the whole option happened to be below 300 except one. You choose that one and go. Since you know that pressure has decreased, volume must increase. Now take for example, if you after setting your question find that V1 is, let's say, 280, then P1 was 960 millimeter mercury, P1, then P2 now went down to 600 okay, P2 now became 1200 millimeter mercury. Your V2, watch this, pressure has done what? Increased. So your V2 must be less than what? 280. That's how to use the cheat. So if you are lucky, you check the whole option and only one option is less than 280. You shade it and go your way, and you check the rate at which they vary. Let's say another condition. If after setting everything you have that your V1 is equal to 300, then your V2 is equal to 150, P1 is equal to 580 millimeter mercury. What will your P2 be, class? Watch this. Volume has decreased. That's from 300 to what? 150. To 150. It shows that the new pressure must be above what? 500. It should be something that is close to 700 or even 600 or so. So if you check your option and there's only one option that is above 580, you choose it and go your way. So let's see another question. This is all about Boyle's law and all the laws involving gases. You use this cheat. Coming to the same year question 16. Question 16 said about 117.0 gram of sodium chloride was dissolved in 1.0 dm cube of distilled water at 25 degrees Celsius. Determine the solubility in mole per dm cube of sodium chloride at that temperature. Check that question well. The mass they gave us is 117. If you check this 117, it's very simple. 117, you are talking about sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, the molar mass is 58.5. You should have that in mind. And 58.5 times 2 is 117. So it actually they have given us 2 moles of what? Sodium chloride. And since 117 is in 1000 dm cube, that's the mass conc, that's the dm cube. They asked us to convert this to moles. Simple, 58.5 and it still is 117. So the answer is 2 moles per what? Dm cube. As far as sodium chloride is concerned, you may not waste time going to solve if this is this, if that is that. So that is it for the cheat. Let's see other examples. Okay, then you have the same question in another year, which says how long will it take to deposit 0.08 grams of copper from copper 2 chloride solution by passing a current of 0.5 amperes. So you write out what is just given. Class, do you remember our cheat there? What will you use there? So our mass is 0. What? Mass discharge 0.08. Current is what? Current is 0.5 amperes. Then these are the things we need, and copper is in charge, right? So it means you can use your acronym or the cheat, which is mass discharge equal to what? Ramage over Chaffer. So we are asked to find the what? We are asked to find how long, that's time. So you make time the subject of the formula. What will it be? It becomes mass discharge times what? Chaffer equal to Ramage. So that I alone is equal to mass times what? Chaffer divided by what?
Ramage.
Divide by rams. Okay?
Yes.
No more T. So you can watch my video on this channel which says cheat on Faraday's first law of electrolysis. The M here is mass discharge. Charge is charge present on the ion, and we are talking about copper, right? The charge present on the ion of copper, the mass discharge was what? 0.08, right? Then the 1 Faraday is what? 96,500. That is this far. Divided by relative what? Atomic mass of copper, which is 63.5 or 64 times what? Okay, sorry, it should be Riemann. That's T now should be Riemann, right? We should make T the subject of the formula and not I. So the current given to us is what? 0.5 amperes. Simple. or the shortest one to be used, the shortest cheat to be used, you can come back and say that mass discharge is directly proportional to what? Quantity, which means that mass discharge is equal to what? EIT, where E is electrochemical equivalent. Electrochemical what? Equivalent. So if you find the electrochemical equivalent of copper, which you see there on the screen, and put it down there, so what should be our T now? T is equal to mass discharge, all over what? Electrochemical equivalent times current. Simple. So this place, this is T equal to, that's time equal to mass over E by current. The electrochemical equivalent of copper should be 0.0033. Then when you substitute here, what do you have, class? Press and give me the answer. 0.08. Pass. What? Seconds.
8 seconds. 0.8 seconds.
0.8 what? Seconds. But they gave us the options in minutes. So how do you convert? Just divide by 60.
8.1 minutes.
8.1 what? Minutes. And that is exactly option. Okay, what do you have that question? Option B. A is 6 minutes, B 8 minutes, C 24. Then D is 48 minutes. You see, with this cheat, it works out well smoothly. Then, look at this question again, which says, you see it on the screen there. Calculate the mass of chlorine gas, which will occupy a volume of 1.12 dm cube. The mass of what? Chlorine gas, which will occupy, chlorine is diatomic, the mass of, which means in total, chlorine molecule is 71 grams, right?
Yeah.
So they are asking us the mass that will occupy what? 1.12 dm cube at what? SVP. Then it's obvious for us that 71 grams will occupy what? 22.4 dm cube. Then watch this. From this you can know how they got this. If you divide this 22.4 by 2, you get what? 11.2, right? Then divide this one by 2 also. What do you have? 35.5. Then to get 1.12, what do? You divide by 10. Which means if you divide here by 10, you just shift this point here. It becomes now 1.12. Then what do you do here to get answer? You shift the point behind again. It becomes what? 3.55 grams, which is the answer. So this time around, even if you don't know what to do, you can look at it very well. You already know that half of 22.4 is 11.2. Then if you divide that half by 10 again, you get 1.12. So get the half of 71, which is 35.5, divided by 10, you get 3.55. Now, how to know species that are related in any equation? You see me use the species. I say they are relating only this and this. The one given to you and the one they are asking you for, these are the two species related. The given one and the one you are calculating for. So with this, you can save more time in examination than wasting it in calculation. Even to find oxidation numbers, you can equally do it without wasting much time. Assuming you are asked to find the oxidation number of manganese here, oxygen is -2 always. -2 times 4 is what? -8. Then these 2 must provide plus what? 8. These 2 behind oxygen must provide plus 8 so that they will be 0. What do? Potassium has provided 2 already because potassium is +1. So how many does it remain now to reach 8? It remains 6. So it means that the oxidation number of manganese here is what? 6. You don't even need to solve it because we have -8. These 2 must provide +8. Out of that, potassium has gotten 2. Then it remains now 6. So the oxidation number of manganese here is what? +6. You use this and save time in your examination because I'm expecting you to score up to 90, possibly 100 with Her Majesty's word. So watch this cheat again. If the 2 is not there, what will it be now? This is minus 8. We are looking for what? Plus 8. So this one I provided plus 1. It remains how many? 7. So the oxidation number here is exactly what? Plus 7. Even if they give us something like this, maybe we take a look at sodium, find out of chlorine. What will it be? We have minus what? 8. These two will provide plus 8. Sodium has provided what? 1. It remains what? 7. So the name of this compound is sodium tetraoxochlorate what? 7. So this must be 7. What if it is this way? If it is this way, what will it be? What minus? Minus 2 times 3. Minus what? 6. These two must provide plus 6. Then this one has gotten 1. Then what will it be now? It remains 5. So here is plus 5. The name of this compound is what? Sodium trioxochlorate 5. With this, you can save much time and confidence. Don't allow calculator and any other thing to frustrate you. I've just told you how to do your multiplications, your divisions, when it involves what? Point. By shifting it, let me remind you again. You have 0.03 times, let's say 20. It's simple. How many characters? 2 characters. Then you bring this point here. There is a point after each number. A whole number must have a point. You move it 1, 2. And you have your what? 0.20. Then this 3 remains. 0.20 times what? 3. Which will give you what? 0.6. So with this, you can do your calculations without calculator and get your answer. Then, finally, you find multiplication factor and division what?
I can't forget that.